All right, all right, all right. Thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. I'm Naijha Wright Brown, your host, and I'm here to help you. So just let me help you find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. We are 11 days into Veganuary. Here is Baltimore's Veganuary proclamation right behind me, signed by Mayor Brandon Scott. So shout out. I've invited a couple of guests on the show today to talk about how they are celebrating and encouraging people to go vegan in January. So share in the comments. Are you going vegan in January and what that experience is like? Please, when we bring on the guests, feel free to ask questions, like, share, and comment during this live discussion because it goes both 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways. So thank you for the engagement. So again, like, share, subscribe, all of that. You're tuning in to Naijha Speaks. Follow me at Naijha Speaks _ Vegan Soul on Instagram and at Naijha Speaks on Facebook. You can support Black Veg Society, who is sponsoring. This is a project of Black Veg Society where we are meeting people where they are on their journey, be it holistic health, vegan, or plant-based. We are meeting you where you are, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all that. Please show your support at blackvegsociety.org. Hey, we got one of my guests here, Brittany Gilliam. How are you?
I'm doing good, Naijha. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I am so happy. I know you've been doing a lot of things, and if anyone doesn't know, this is Brittany Gilliam, Baltimore's own, doing a lot of things in the community. Founder of Vegan Block Party, which is going on its third year this year or fourth year.
This will be our third year for the
The
Vegan Block
third
Party.
year. So we're gonna talk about that. But to start off, Brittany, what does Veganuary mean to you?
To me, Veganuary just means like a fresh start, right? It's the beginning of the year. It's a clean slate. So Veganuary is for those who are looking to transition and maybe even just try it for a while. But Veganuary is a month of like I said, freedom, restarting, and just getting that clean slate so that you can feed your body exactly what it needs to get that year started right.
How are you celebrating? And how are you
Um,
encouraging?
how I'm celebrating personally, like in my home, I am remaking some of my favorite recipes that I learned while in plant-based culinary school. So last night, we did a segment on Spain. So last night I made paella and patatas bravas to
Ooh.
celebrate for Veganuary. So that's how I'm celebrating personally. And the veggie table and for my business, we're celebrating by we have some super good meal prep deals going on right now. Um, there's also a loyalty program. So when you sign up, the more meal preps you order, the more money that you get off. So that's something we have going on for Veganuary for people who are looking to transition but may not know where to start. We also have a digital planner that I created, which helps someone lead themselves into veganism. There it is right there on the screen. It's called Vegan Vibes. It's just a wellness journal where it has like different affirmations, mindfulness exercises, and just a lot of different little nooks and crannies that will help you through the month and through the year, to be honest, There's meal planning guides. There's 5 of my favorite recipes that are a bonus inside the planner. So that's what we're doing to celebrate for Veganuary, and we are very excited.
Talk about meal prep because I know a lot of times we get requests for that down at the Land of Kush, and we don't do meal prep. It is a whole business, as you know. So, can you talk to us about what that is, what you offer, so that we can let people know what you have, how they can get it, where they can sign up? Do you need me to leave the website up to talk
Um,
about that?
if you'd like to, you can. That's totally up to you. But if you click off of this page, it will. You can go to the menu and go to the meal prep if you wanted to pull that up while I'm talking about it. You just go to
Okay.
order online.
All right.
Yep. And then you'll see it under there. But for our meal prep, we offer a variety of different sizes of meal prep. So as you can see, we have the 3 day, the 5 day, and the 7 day. So if you do a 3 day meal prep, you can do 3 meals a day for 3 days. So that would be your 6 meals. We have pepper steak and rice, rasta pasta, kale salad and chickpea curry. We have a lot of different um, options for every taste bud. The menu can be customized. So if you want to go oil free, if you want to go gluten free, soy free, alkaline, any of those things can be done. You would just have to contact me to specialize your menu, but this is our basics that we have.
And you're already getting ready for Valentine's Day, which
And
is
I do
good.
have our Valentine's Day stuff up already. We're doing private dinners for two, and also we have some Valentine's Day treats. And this is just our catering menu that we have here. So it's a new year, so our website did get an overhaul and upgrade. So it looks a little different if you have been on the site before. It's just been Veganuary has been great, and we're only what 11 days in right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 11 days. I'm sharing the order online link with everyone in the comments. Great, 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 awesome. How difficult? Because you're also consider yourself an advocate, an activist, food activist in the community of Baltimore. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. How has it been for you in the community getting people to go vegan and plant based? Tell us your advocate story and how did you get started?
Well, I got started from watching What the Health. It is a vegan documentary that I just so happened to watch one day, and literally, I just cleaned out my fridge, went cold turkey. I mean, that night, I cleaned. I mean, I got up from watching the movie and cleaned out my fridge that night, in order to change my way of life. So that's how I got started on my journey. And everybody's journey is so different. When people hear that I went cold turkey, they're like, "Oh, I could never." So that's super discouraging to people because you've been eating these things your whole life, and somebody telling you now, like, oh, if you want to get healthy, you have to give up everything. You can't have any of it, and it can be a little bit daunting at first. But out in the community, well, here where I live in downtown Baltimore, where there's a lot of food disparity and different people who don't have the foods that they need. I cook a lot for my building and my community, and just allow them to try the different vegan options that I have available. And it's not as hard as you would think. It's more of a mindset beginning, which is something that we talk about in the Vegan Vibes Planner, just to kind of bring it back a little bit. But the first thing you need to do is find your why, right? Why are you doing this? If you have no goal to work towards, you have nothing to stick to, and you have nothing solid to hold on to when you're making this journey. Um, so we just go back and really look into that why and figure out why we're doing it. But once you have the mindset that you're open to try the food, oh, you're gonna find some really good stuff. So I try to tell people to keep that open mind and really just try to find some food that speaks to their soul and take their journey from there.
And that's very, very important because people jump in, they don't know why, they're jumping in because maybe it's the fad, maybe it's, whatever, but you do have to know psychologically why are you getting into it. Of course, you'll hear, vegans promote, okay, you're in it for the animals and you got to be in it for the animals. Well, if you're not consuming any animal products, it is benefiting the animals. So whether it's environmental, it's still benefiting the animals, environmentalism, and your health. So the start is why, and it'll make the discipline easier.
You
And
have
that
nothing to discipline if you have no goal.
exactly. So
So,
I'm so happy that you said that. Some
absolutely.
people can do it overnight. My husband did, just by listening to KRS-One's Beef and understanding, this was the hip hop
Mhm.
culture teaching him through this verse that KRS said about cows and the beef and what's going on in the animal agricultural industry, and that's what made him go vegan. Me, I had high cholesterol and couldn't figure out like why I have high cholesterol. Where
Right.
is the high cholesterol coming from? And then once you figure that out, like animal products, especially the eggs, 70% cholesterol, okay, well, I'm going to transition out by, not eating this type of stuff. And then you start educating and learning. So I'm so glad you said that. What is the why? Because that's where it starts. What is your success story from someone that you've helped go vegan? And then what is your not so success
Yeah.
story?
Okay, so one of the success stories that I have, I've been working with a meal prep client recently, and she had stage four kidney disease. My first week meal prepping with her, her blood pressure was down to a way healthier number than it was when we first started. So just in a week, we get to see differences. She started feeling better, feeling different about, that outlook that she had on life. Because, someone tells you have stage four and something, you get nervous, you get scared. But right now she's actually down to a stage three. So we have her on a really comprehensive meal prep plan that allows her to have flavor. But yeah, these are still really, really good meals for her body and for those kidneys to get them back online. Lots of berries, lots of strawberries, blueberries, just to get her back hydrated. And hydration is what you really need for those kidneys, right? So she's doing a lot better, feeling a lot better. And she calls me and she's like in the store and she's like, I got vegan stuff, or I got this plant based, and she's super excited. So that's someone that I really enjoy working with. And one of my not so success stories, I would say, like, I have a couple people who will reach out to me. When I tell my story, when they hear stories of others, they'll reach out to me and they'll be in tears or they'll be feeling really discouraged with how their life is going, looking at my story or the story of others that I've worked with, and they'll want this lifestyle change. They're looking to make that leap. They're looking to change their lifestyle and their diet, but then they just go blank. I don't hear from them again, and I'm not the type that's going to force anyone to go vegan. I want to check on you to see literally how you are, how you're feeling, because like I said, it's all in your mind. It starts there. So I want to make sure that you're mentally okay. But people will just kind of like ghost me, which kind of sucks because I'm so here to help. I want to answer questions. If you're at the grocery store and you want to call me on the phone, I tell people all the time, like, you have my work cell phone. Like, have it with me all the time. If you want to call me and ask, like, I don't know what I'm doing right now, please help me. Like, I don't mind answering questions, because that's how passionate I am about this vegan movement. Like, you said, you mentioned it being an environmental thing. Like, environmental means not just taking care of the animals, but taking care of us. If we don't have an earth to live on, like, we're done.
Exactly.
So we have to save ourselves. I mean, and not even just our individual bodies, right? But the world that we live
Exactly. You're getting a woot over there. I meant to mention
in.
that. Ronasia, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Veggie Table Woot. Patty, thanks for tuning in. Yes, the why. Hope everyone does it for the sentient victims. Yeah, Patty. Some people are. Some people, are doing it for whatever reason that they're doing it. And when you know or think of how terribly they suffer, it helps you through your journey. Yes, thinking of people watching the documentaries, be it Cowspiracy or Seaspiracy or, Forks Over Knives or Dominion, those type of things. Or it can be, yes, shout out KRS for singing a song about beef, talking about the animal agriculture industry, and that's impacting folks. Patty says She's helped her 77-year-old dad go from stage 4 5 renal failure to a 2 3. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Thank you
Okay.
for tuning in and sharing. What else do you have going on, Brittany? Well, let me ask you this. How has the community as a whole, the Baltimore community or the community, assisted you in your venture? Because you're running a business.
Mhm.
Trust me, we're celebrating 13 years at Land Kush. I know the challenges of running the business. And I laugh, but it's not funny.
No,
So,
no, it's
what type of support are you getting? And then your event planning, which is another layer on top of that.
So it's been a really good journey. We are celebrating 4 years at the veggie table, so that's a really great feat there. I am, as you know, I get my hands into a lot of things, and sometimes it's hard to stick with if something is not serving me. When things don't serve me anymore, I let them go. But this has been something that has been extremely helpful. The city has been very receptive to me. Anytime I go anywhere, I mean, it could be a non-vegan crowd. If I give out samples, I'm selling out to that non-vegan crowd. They're very receptive. They're very nice. Most people are open-minded. Of course, you have your people who, oh, I would never touch vegan food with a handful of French fries. With a handful of French fries and ketchup, which are both vegan, by the way.
Right. Tell us.
So, you have your people who are like that. But for the most part, I really just enjoy doing the things I do. As far as the event planning, the vegan block party is something that I came up with just because, like, I wanted something free and community based that could really, like, just open people's eyes to veganism. And I've had people come up to me while I'm vending at the vegan block party just saying, like, they came to the first vegan block party and I started their journey. Like, I inspired them to start. People are telling me their A1C is down. People are coming to me and telling me how much better they feel. And I always get, like, people look at me like I'm crazy, but I get a little emotional because this is literally why I do what I do. Our food is our medicine. So to be able to feed people and make them feel better is just exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's kind of daunting sometimes though, because things slow down in business and you have those ups and downs and those lows, but those people who I'm changing their life, they're changing mine because they call me and they give me that motivation that I need to keep going. Knowing that I took someone from stage 4 down to a stage 3 and they're continually getting better. Their doctor's like, what are you doing? We're gonna have to take you off of all these meds. Like, literally, like, that's a reward in itself. So,
Yes. Now, Brittany is being modest here. She's not talking about how she makes her food, right? Did you tell us about you actually making your stuff? Did I miss that? You're making your own stuff from Seitan. Did you say that?
oh no, I did not.
Yay! Yeah, I'm marketing and PR, so that's really really important. You got a matter of fact. I have a picture here. Let me share this picture, everyone, because Brittany's just being so modest. Brittany did a demo last year for Maryland Vegan Eats at Urban Life Center. We had a meetup there during Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month in March, because we run it March and in August. And she showed people how she makes her own alternative meat from seitan. Talk about that. What is this dish, as a matter of fact?
So seasoning kind of it's more of like a meat
In the
substitute.
picture, what did you make in
Oh,
the picture?
oh, in this picture, this is actually one of the appetizers that I created. This was for an event at um, Creative Alliance. This was for their yearly anniversary and holiday party. This is
Nice.
a roasted mushroom crostini. So that's going to be a piece of roasted, toasted French bread, topped with a oyster mushrooms that were roasted and seasoned really well. It's so good.
Oh
And
man,
also with a roasted adobo chili sauce,
nice.
avocado aioli, and pico de gallo.
It looks really good. Now,
It was
trust, I've
amazing.
had your egg. Yeah, I had your veggie rolls at the rich juice bar. Yeah, yeah. So I just wanted the people to understand like how you're doing this. So can you talk about the process of you making your own alternative meats from scratch?
Absolutely. I make a lot of burgers. We do ribs and seitan. So I went to plant-based culinary school, and there I learned a lot of different ways to make different alternatives, different cheeses and things like that. So making sauces and meats from scratch is not unfamiliar to me. We start off with a seitan that looks kind of like flour. In a sense, it's just gluten, and you add your seasonings to it and a little bit of water, and then you form it into a loaf. You can cut it down into pieces, or you can crumble it, and then I steam it or bake it. It just depends on what I'm using it for. I also offer some cooking classes, so we will be doing some cooking classes so that
Yes.
anybody who's interested in learning how to make those meat alternatives and different things like that, um, we're willing to show you. I mean, and I'm the type of person, I love for people to buy meal prep from me, but if I can show you how to meal prep for yourself,
Is
and
that it in the picture?
oh no, this is actually not it.
Okay.
So I
Oh
didn't have any
man,
pictures
I
of
need
the
some
seitan on
food
my
quick.
actual website, but if you do click on the book online, you'll be able to see our cooking
Okay.
classes that
I
we
want
do
I want people to. Ooh, there we go.
offer.
Okay, I want people to
So
see
it
it.
looks like it's
Oh, okay. There we go. Is that Culinary Divas right there?
so these are our girls' night out cooking classes. So we have culinary divas,
Oh,
we have
nice.
sip and saute soiree,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
we have a taco and tequila night. So that's just learning how to make different vegan dishes with different themes. We have some family classes that teach you how to make vegan pizza, vegan sweet treats, and vegan nuggets, which is good for the fam. All kids love nuggets. I know my nieces, they when they come over, so kids, are the real judge. When they
I
come
love
over,
nuggets.
they love my vegan tofu nuggets. They love everything vegan. Like their mom doesn't understand how I get them to eat my food. She's like, my child would never touch anything green, and you got her eating guacamole and chips.
Yes. Tell them about it. Yeah, you're
And
getting kudos up here. What is Brittany's at, please? Well, I have it on the ticker at veggie. Is it veggie underscore table underscore on Instagram, Patty? Thank you for asking.
So yeah, I definitely enjoy doing the cooking classes. Um, they're super fun. We get music on. We have a good time. We have family, girls' night out, guys' night out, and then we also have just a standard cooking class. You want to come by yourself and learn how to make yourself some interesting meals? Come through. Patty said I went to plant-based culinary school where their name should be shared too. So I went to Augusta Escoffier plant-based. I went through their plant-based culinary program. It is not a culinary. It's not a plant-based school, but they do have a plant-based program, which I received my diploma in this year. I'm going to go back. I'm going to find some time for the extra year and get my associates in plant-based culinary arts. So
I love it. I love, and we need it so much, especially in our industry, in the cuisine that we're dealing with, because the one thing people talk about is flavor. That some, when they're introduced to this lifestyle, if it's bland, they're not going back. I'm sorry, but if you're, I'm African American, Latino. I love my Indian food. I love my Ethiopian food. I love my Asian food. I love my Japanese food. I love soul food. I love so and all of it has to have flavor. And I can have a salad, but the salad got to have the flavor too. If it's just a bland salad, I'm asking for the dressing.
right,
So
right.
we got to do it, and if you're with this, the no salt, no sugar, and all that other stuff, I support and I salute you, but I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I need that
Yeah,
flavor.
definitely, and it helps. I mean, like I said, um, I get I get a little like stuck because I make the same things all the time. So it's usually like fried oyster mushrooms, cheesesteak, egg rolls. But I call those things my Be More bites.
I love that. That's what I had, right?
And yes, and so I call those my Be More bites because those are the home town. I remember going to Monument Street Market with my grandmother as a kid and getting like the cheesesteak egg rolls from Hopkins sub shop right there. And those are things that just kind of like bring me back to being a kid or bring me back to, those good memories with my grandmother. So those are things that I really just like kind of hone in on. And those are the bites that people from our city, like they hold on to those and they really love those things. So those are things that I might get it's a repetitive process to continue cooking the same things over and over again. But because people love them so much, it really makes you want to keep going with that.
Yes, is exactly. So yeah, that and it has to be relatable. So like you said, if it's
Absolutely.
relatable, people, will gravitate towards it. If it's relatable and it tastes good, then that's what the whole vegan soul food concept was about. The collard greens, the yams, baked mac and cheese, things like that. People, it has to be relatable. We got a lot of people. Do you have any Valentine's Day's cooking classes? Now I saw the menu. Now, thank you for asking that, Naijha. Any Valentine's Day cooking classes?
So I do have a Valentine's Day. So it's more so like leading up to Valentine's Day cooking class, right? So it's a couples class. It's a very romantic themed class. It's going to be like dim lighting and feeding your partner, looking your partner in the eyes. Like we want to focus on really love and cooking. So and my partner will also be there with me. So it's going to be a couple teaching a couple, and she's not a chef. So when those people are feeling intimidated, like, I don't know what I'm doing, you're a whole chef, you got this. She's there to be like, I don't know what I'm doing either. We're all going to learn together and just have a really good time. And then that package also comes with like a little romance package. It's an at home like massage kit and roses and candles and different things like that for the couple to enjoy after their class or for Valentine's Day. So I do have that available as well.
Is it on the website?
So that would be in the couples cooking classes,
Okay, I
which I
want to
believe
find that.
I believe are up.
Let me share the website again so people can see, because I'm on the website looking for it. So I want to make sure people have the correct way of going there. Okay, where would I go?
It would be under book online,
Okay,
and I actually don't have the couples cooking classes up there yet. So there
okay,
you
but it's
go.
coming. It's
Yes,
coming.
yes, that's definitely coming. I actually thought they were up there, so I'm gonna go fix that when we get
I'm
off.
gonna I'm
But
going to share the general website
yes,
in the
and
comments as well.
I do everything. So I do my own website, I do my own Instagram, my own social media, the cooking, the cleaning, everything for the veggie table. So if anybody's here that is new to the veggie table, it is just me right now. I don't have a team, but I still make all these beautiful things happen. And I'm always looking for volunteers and help. So like for the block party, we need like individuals to help us with sorting trash and different things like that. So I'm always looking for volunteers and help. So if you want to get on the page and contact me, subscribe to see what we have coming up, it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, absolutely. And a shout out Femi, the dry fish, listening in, Baltimore's own. Love his music. OWX doing their thing. Thank you for tuning in. We are talking to Brittany, and we have another guest. And I don't know if you know each other, but I'm going to connect you both in a minute. But let me just go to a quick commercial break, because we're always meeting people where they are, and we always need your support. So thank you for tuning in again. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow me at Naijha Speaks _ Vegan Soul on Instagram and Naijha Speaks on Facebook. Support BlackVegSociety.org. Again, we're meeting you where you are on your journey.
Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are on their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are birth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.
All right, thank you for that, everyone. Brittany, I'm going to bring on Chef Velvet in a moment, but I want you once again to let everyone know how they can follow you, find you, and anything else that you want to tell us before I bring the chef on.
Okay, well, once again, you can follow me at veggie underscore table underscore underscore. That is on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on TikTok doing lots of recipes and fun things. Instagram, I usually just keep everyone up to date. On my website, if you want to subscribe, if you want to contact me, reach out, send me an email. I love to talk. I love meeting new people. I love helping people. So please feel free to reach out. And yeah, I'm just around. Hit me up on the website. Make sure you check out our vegan block party, Be More Vegan Block Party Instagram, which is what Naijha mentioned earlier. BVS is a great sponsor and helper for that event as well. So we appreciate you guys in that respect. And in all respects, Naijha is very helpful to me. So just thanks again, Naijha, for always, being like my big sister, trying to help me out and navigate me through this vegan world of being in business. So always thanks again. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, you can find me Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Well, we need to definitely lift sisters up. That's why I want to invite and bring on Chef Velvet, because Chef Velvet was very instrumental in connecting Land of Kush with Erica Badu, and we were able to serve her for 2 days, 2 years in a row. So this is Chef Velvet, Soul Food Vegan VA. I just wanted to make sure if you didn't know each other, you knew each other. Brittany is actually doing a lot of stuff in Baltimore. She's a trained chef, culinary trained. She does the Vegan Soul Block Party and a lot of other stuff in the community. So definitely up and coming. So I just wanted to make sure you knew who each other were, because Chef Velvet has been in the game. I think she had probably about 40 restaurants already, but personal chef to Erica Badu. So, make sure you know who she is. She has a big event coming up this weekend, and a lot of other things, because I got your website up too that we're going to talk about. So thank you again, Brittany. Please stay well, stay blessed, and happy Veganuary.
Thanks.
Hi, Brittany.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Naijha! Chef, how are you?
Doing well, Naijha. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to catch up with you. There's a lot of stuff going on. But before we get started and get in depth in the conversation, this is about what are people doing this Veganuary. So what are you doing? What are you doing, Chef?
Wow. So we have undertook the responsibility of doing the first ever Vegan Health and Wellness Expo. It's going to be at the Norfolk Scope, so it's pretty huge, pretty big deal. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing for January. We have over like 110 vendors. We have demos. We have speakers. Yeah, it's a lot going on there. It's gonna be pretty cool.
I am going to share. It's the soulfoodveganva.com site. I just want to share that with folks. That's the right site, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me put that in there and put it in the comments. Talk to us about your journey, because again, the last time I had you on, I mean, usually when I have you on, we're just talking about events, but there was one time I had you on and we was really talking about the journey of business and all this type of stuff. What has been your journey up until now? How are you celebrating, encouraging people to go vegan? What's the response? What are the testimonies? What is it? Talk to us.
So, we've known each other for some time now, Naijha, and I think for me, it's always been community. My plant-based journeys essentially started with my sisters who were plant-based, and them introducing me to a plant-based lifestyle. Now, growing up, I never really ate meat anyway, right? So it wasn't for me that difficult, to go plant-based. So joining with my sisters, we had a restaurant back in the day, Sweet and Natural. And then from there, just to kind of go through it somewhat quick, I felt myself being called out to something a little different. And I began to do personal chefing. And as you mentioned, Erica Badu just happened to be my first client.
First client. Woo! That's amazing. Talk to us about that. How did that happen?
Oh my gosh. So, we had the space itself. We used to always have different influential people come through, Barbara Gregory, just so many different people. But I have a really good sister, friend, and her name is Yeshi. And Yeshi had been with Erica for over 8 or 9 years, right? She calls me up. Yeshi and I are really good friends. And she's like, do you think you could do me a favor? And I was like, yeah, of course. And she was like, I have a client and I think that you could take care of her. So I'm like, of course, and then I'm like, well, who is it? Right. And she's like, oh, it's Erica. I'm like, okay, Erica. She's like, yeah, Erica Badu. And I'm like, Erica Badu, what? And so, real quick, she's like, can you do it? I'm like, yes. And so Erica just happened to be downtown. She was doing this filming thing with the BET. So what I did is I got this set of china. I prepared all this stuff and I had someone deliver it to her. I couldn't even leave the restaurant at the time.
Right.
And I had someone to deliver it. And Erica that night called me and said, I saw all of this stuff arriving and coming in, and I was like, wow, who gets this treatment? And she said, and then they said, this is for you from, Chef Veltree. And she was like, I'm blown away. And then from that moment, just presenting her with the food like that, we just, she was like, well, can you make me some for my trip tomorrow? And we just became really good friends.
That's how you show up. That is that is a blessing. That is how you show up. I got a lot of people say they love your shirt. Yeah, so it's big and it's bold. So big. Yes, I love the shirt.
Thank you.
Yes, the Vegan Expo in Norfolk, Virginia, very huge. As you mentioned, Chef, they're sending blessings on a huge turnout. So yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. That's incredible, amazing. Again, this is the Vegan Health and Wellness Expo. It's this Saturday, right?
Absolutely. It's actually Sunday.
I'm sorry, January 14th. So I noticed you do a lot of events on Sunday because you got another event coming up in August on 25th, and that's a Sunday.
Well, the thing we like to do it where the next day is a rest day. So that it, gives you opportunity for people to, and then take the next day off and rest your body. So that's kind of what that's about. Real quick, Naijha, I wanted to mention that, of course, my wife Tree, her mom, Roz Old, she's so dynamic in the community, and she made a suggestion to us. She's like, we have to find a call to action. We need to have something, we're giving to the community. It's a free event, of course, free information and all of that. But she suggested, because she used to work for a bone marrow clinic, she suggested to us, because it's very hard in our community, the African-American community, to find donors, right? So, she reached out to them, and as soon as they said, we would love to be a part, maybe 3 or 4 days later, we get this call that a young man named Caden Addison is 7-year-old. He's 7 years old. He lost his donor, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're doing this. Yeah. And it's so important, anything, we love to give back. So one of the biggest things about this thing on Sunday is that if you want to be tested, to see if you're a match, if that's in your heart, or if that's something you would like to do, we have on-site testing, and it's not it's not as invasive as it used to be. It's just a swab in your mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're doing that, for Caden. He and his mom, he was diagnosed when he was 3 years old with leukemia. Of course, he's been fighting ever since, but losing this donor will actually affect his longevity. So
oh man, so that's really a reason for folks to come out. Let me share. share this again. Big screen is the Vegan Health and Wellness Expo, June 14th, 12 to 6. And now with baby Kaiten, looking for another donor, it's even more of a call to action to go out. It's free, open to the public. They'll test you. Like I think this is important information to share. So thank you for sharing that, Chef. So yeah, in Norfolk, Virginia, and the address is there, 201 Brambleton Avenue. Yes, congratulations, blessings on that. You got other things coming up. There's another call to action. We got, the Vegan Soul Fest, all in fest are coming up. I'm trying to get myself on here too, because I got to switch the page on these things. Oh wait, before we get to that, you got the Vegan Restaurant Week, which I'm happy about because yes, the entire nation should have Vegan Restaurant Week. So let's talk about that here. How many times have you been doing? You got the Hampton Roads Vegan Restaurant Week, February 12th to the 19th. Talk to us about that.
So, of course, our background, restaurants, right? And because we know the struggle, Naijha, it's no greater way than to bring awareness to the vegan community and to support small businesses that are in this hour still struggling. Yes. A lot of us have closed. Some still closing.
Yes.
You guys are like blazing, and we keep you lifted, and we're so proud of what you're doing in Baltimore.
It's rough. We barely, but it's rough. Gangster Vegan just closed down. I just found out. I didn't know. Mm-hmm. So that's heartbreaking over across rows. And then the veg friendly restaurant, Haitian restaurant I used to go to, that vended at a Vegan Soul Fest a couple of times, also closed. So this is double heartbreaking.
Absolutely. That's why this was so important for us. So this is more of a passion project for us. And it's never been done. And it's about time. So
yes, folks, there's a lot of stuff going on this year. Anything vegan, veg, like please support it. Like vegan restaurants struggle the most. One, because we're still in that small percentage of folks that are categorizing themselves, whether it's vegetarian or vegan. It's still not even at 10% from what I understand in the last statistics that I looked at. So it's a small group, a small percentage. And we're still struggling to get options on menus, and we're still struggling to get vegan restaurants, and they're closing left and right. So wherever they're having vegan restaurant weeks or vegan celebrations or Veganuaries and things like that, that's why Baltimore City is proclaimed Veganuary. It is very important, especially for our Black restaurants, our BIPOC restaurants. We got to keep these places open. So yeah, I'm so glad to hear that. And I'm so glad to hear that there are more vegan soul fest coming up, because you have one coming up in August, because that's a big thing too. Ours isn't free anymore. We're not doing the free stuff. So it's good that the free it's like, we got a nonprofit, we got to do all of this stuff. We got two nonprofits trying to work this whole thing on our own. It's a struggle, but here you go. Chef Velvet is doing the damn thing. So I'm going to bring all this information out, let people know what's going on. So talk to us about what's happening here with your call for vendors and your Soulful Vegan Fest. How many years has it been in effect?
So this will be the fourth year. Of course, we started when we were in Charlotte. We started doing the Soulful Vegan Fest there. The first year we did it, we had about 5,000 people, and that was definitely pre-COVID. We brought out Tabitha Brown, just a whole lot of people came out to celebrate. And so then, of course, we did it again post-COVID. And I guess we had about maybe 2,000 people. Naijha, I think you were there.
I think I was there. That was the first time I came because I couldn't come to the first one, and I had a great time.
Yes, thank you. So the thing now, having the restaurant and doing so much, it was a lot harder Not saying that it's easy now, it's a little easier, so we're able to take this and bring the Vegan Soulful Fest where where they've never had a presence. So we're excited to this year, 2024, to do it in here in Norfolk, VA.
You're close. You're
Yeah,
close.
so we're
I'm talking
looking.
about me. I'm being selfish. You're close. That was my first time in Charlotte. I don't know if you know, like that was my first time in Charlotte, I think. And if not the second, I think that was really my first. I've never been to Charlotte except for when I
Wow.
went to that fest. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth.
Oh wow,
We had
that's
a
what's
great
up.
time. Now
That's
you over in that's Peter land. Peter got their headquarters over there.
exactly right around the
Yes,
corner almost.
yeah. Make sure they got. I mean, if everybody's not a fan of Peter, but I just say, we're all in this together. So if they're gonna support, get some support over there. Yes,
Absolutely.
Patty, it's soul crushing. We have 4 vegan restaurants that are closing in different parts of Florida. Yeah, I read all about Florida. I read about California. It's like across the nation, just high cost. Let me tell you know what? I'm glad we're having this conversation because I don't think customers and people really understand the operating costs behind what's going on with restaurants. And Chef, you can definitely speak to it because you've had many. We've just had one. This thing is a beast. It's
It
a
is.
beast, and you got to have everybody's not built for it, and you got to be constantly marketing 24/7 a day. You got to be constantly crunching numbers. People think that the pandemic never happened. Let me tell you something. The pandemic happened and it changed things with restaurants post. We're in this post-COVID inflationary period,
Say
and
that.
prices are still going up for everything, whether it's food, whether it's wages. So yeah, I gotta tell y'all something. Like, hey, prices going up. Prices are
Absolutely.
going up because it's so expensive to operate this type of business.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. And then they want it with this major level of service, whether you're fine dining or not. People don't want to work. They're working too hard. Come on, man, Chef. Come on, add on to it. I'm just talking here.
That's it. Naijha, it's almost for my wife and I, as she loves to put it, it became an abusive relationship. We have this, we have this beautiful restaurants, these beautiful restaurants, and we're producing a beautiful product, right? But on the same token, we're doing 17-hour days. We can't find people to work. The cost has gone up where we're spending $25, $30 for a box of potatoes to like 120 and more for a box, the same box. I mean, for us, it became a nightmare,
I know.
yeah,
I know.
the dream became a nightmare. But our heart is the same, is to produce good products, to meet marginal communities, to show that there is quality in a plant-based lifestyle, that food is good, and so even though we've closed, it's just freed us up to be able to do more, as you've mentioned.
Yeah, we happen to be, opening up another one, and which is like there must be a miracle coming. Because I tell you one thing,
God bless.
the
Honestly.
miracle better come, because
Yeah,
that's what we need.
absolutely.
Yes, Patty, these closings are creating more food deserts. You talking about it right now. I just want people to understand that when you're going through third party food partners, that's a cost to the business, and that's why some businesses don't use third party for delivery, because that's not free. It costs. The credit cards cost. All of this stuff costs. So when those numbers inch up a little bit, it's because these things cost. Inflation is real. It is really real. It's realer than it's ever been, and that's why you see these closings, especially with vegan restaurants. It's not a game out here. It is survival of the fittest.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
So thank you for sharing that. What else do you want to talk about, Chef, while I have you here? I had to get you on here because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to catch up with you with all the stuff that was going on, what happened here, what happened there, because when I hear from you, the last time we talked was, can you do this for us with Eric Badu? I think that's the last time.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
And then I see my girl April in Charlotte with you. She got like the what is it? The first class treatment with that. I'm like, yo, look at April.
That is my sister. Oh my God. I love April. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
oh
she's
my
a blessing. I love it. I love
She
it.
is a force, a force. I do want to mention that May 18th in Seattle, we'll be in Seattle, and we'll be doing a vegan fest. The dates and the venue.
That vegan street fair?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. It's yeah. It's, so this will be kind of like the first for
It's
us.
on your website? Is it on
It
the
will.
website?
It should be coming up shortly. We just solidified the date.
Okay.
And so it'll be coming along. And I just say that to say that it, like I said, the freedom to be able to do more things for our community, like, whew, it's a blessing.
Take time. It takes time to plan. So yeah, you got to have, because I'm not in the restaurant operating. You know what I'm saying? Neither is Greg. So it really does take
Free
the
you up.
hands-off approach to do other things. So I'm sending blessings. I want to get out to Seattle too. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it in May because there's other commitments. But I gotta go see the people out there also. We got the Hip Hop is Green people, and I just want to go see Seattle because I was supposed to go there before COVID, like literally the month that it's started. We were supposed to be out there, but then everything just got shut down. So I'm like, you know what? That sucks. So, I'm still like, oh my God, I got to get out to Seattle. So yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
Absolutely.
That is a blessing. Yeah, do the damn thing. You don't got the restaurants, you got that weight off your back. Now you can, be more mobilize and do all these things. And that's what the important thing is. Be out there advocating, getting folks to get this vegan soul in their life and try this good food. And you've been in the game for a long time. So, I love it. Tell people how they can follow you, connect with you, get more information about upcoming events.
So you can follow us at vegan. What
Soul
is it?
Food Vegan.
Thank you, honey.
I got it on the ticker, y'all. It's right there, it's scrolling.
Thank you. Soul Food Vegan VA. Soulfulveganva.com. Everything that we're doing will be on that site.
Awesome.
And that you can also find out about Little Kaiten as well on that site.
Yes, please. I don't know what my situation is. I was trying to get out to Norfolk this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. See, everything is like always crazy with me. I want to do this and then something comes up and then I can't do that because that's a few hours away. I got family in Williamsburg. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I always love to go where the family is. But I don't think I'm going to be able to make that trip. So I'm kind of bummed out about it.
Okay.
But sending blessings. I'm putting the fest down.
Now, now listen, look. Now I don't know. We haven't fully announced this, so you put this on your calendar. We have a big thing coming up in DC, and we've partnered with the Arboretum, and we have a big event coming up. It's going to be October 12th. So you should be seeing. There'll be more information coming about that, but it's a first ever event, and we're really excited about that.
Okay.
And what greater place to have an event than
in DC?
Yes.
DC's right there. That's as close as you can get. So awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got that. Yep. Well, folks, you know where to follow soulfulveganva.com and on Instagram. Please follow Chef. Sending blessings. Hoping to connect with you really, really soon. Blessings on the event this Sunday. I pray that Caden gets the donor that is needed, and just sending blessings to the family. Thank you for taking your time out to come on the show and tell us about what's going on. And you know how to reach me, so please
We love
feel
you.
free.
We love you, Naijha.
Folks, one time for the commercial. Without your support, none of this is possible. We operate on funds. You're tuning in to NaijaSpeaks.com. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow me on Naija_Speaks_Vegan Soul on Instagram and Naija Speaks on Facebook. Again, Naija Speaks is a project of Black Veg Society. You can go to blackvegsociety.org, and we're going to close it out with the commercial.
Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are. On their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are birth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.
All right, y'all. Peace. Stay well. Stay blessed. Proclamation in Baltimore for Veganuary. Thanks again, Mayor Brandon Scott. Peace.